All right, everybody, running the test. I'm going to get blown out by the sun here in a second, so bear with me. Got somebody from Twitter on. Good. Trying to get Facebook on. Rumble. There's Facebook. See if we get some YouTube and some Rumble action here. So this is what's going on, Mike. What is up, Lady J? Is that Lady J from G.I. Joe? Is that what it is? Lady Jane? What's up, Lee? This is much easier. I've got Thanks, Tracy. Doing good. What's up, Janet? So, a new system. It's fairly interesting. Same backdrop, obviously. I know it looks like a green screen, but it's not. It's a new feature on the iPhone that works with Studio, and I can turn that on and off, which creates Studio light. And the ambient light from the sun's coming in now because the morning is it's obviously upon us. So it adds a pseudo light, and then I can turn it off portrait, and it looks like a green screen because center stage is on. So if I see if I can get this to work, got to open up FaceTime. It's a little glitchy with the phone a little bit, but if I turn on center stage, see how the camera automatically, isn't that cool? So it gives a little bit of a pseudo, supposed to center. Come on, Nate. Come on. I got to come over here. Nope, too much. Come over here. Stop. Son of a, there. Ah, there we go. Anyway, so it looks a little green screen because it's you know what? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna say screw this, and oh, you son of a biznatch. All right, whatever. Anyway, so it's not bad. I can see your comments, and it's a cool feature. So I can use my phone. So I always use my phone, but I always have to broadcast in 9:16, which vertical, which sucks. So it's kind of cool to be able to do this, and then obviously I'll need to create some basic things for the logo and such on here. So I'm just testing it out, seeing how it goes. I mean, we'll probably talk a little bit as long as the sun doesn't overtake me here in a minute. Um, just whip up a graphic here real quick, see if this works. So this is my MacBook Air, which is a pretty amazing computer because it's got the kick-ass chip in it that makes all this stuff work pretty seamlessly without taking up a bunch of RAM. So I'm able to stream to 4 different sites on this thing, which is incredible, considering that it shouldn't be able to do all of that, but it does because it's a Mac and Macs just work. All right, there it is. Boom, boom. Quick graphic while I'm talking. Downloads, desktop. All right, there we go. I put that in the lower corner. There it is. All right. Well, that's not bad. So this, I got to figure out what this is. Jason Copeland. Hey, Matt, when you can, call me, please. Okay. Oh, man, my stuff's all messed up. Jason, why aren't you just calling me? All right, so to get this thing to work in the mornings, I got to kind of decide. The fact that I can set this up in about 5 minutes is freaking perfect because I've always wanted a portable system, but it's always been a pain in the ass because you got your phone, you got your mouse, you got your computer. Here, I can go Bluetooth on the old AirPods, and then I can hit the camera off the phone, and then run all the software off the Mac. And like I said, this is an 8 gig RAM um, Mac Air, but it's got the M1 chip in it, which is just amazing. You don't need onboard RAM with the M1. Everything. The great thing about Apple is that they have fine tuned their operating system to independently use RAM, onboard RAM, simultaneously without consuming the whole thing. Usually, the way RAM worked is memory would be allocated to the programs, and then once you were out of RAM, your computer started to slow down. The sun's coming in. It's going to blast me in a second. I'm going to look really well lit, but anyway. So the way the M1 works is that it independently uses the RAM, very similar to a Linux Unix system, and it doesn't occupy all of that and consume it simultaneously. The best way I can describe it is light. Is if I come out here and then 20 other people come out here, the maximum absorbency of light isn't going to change. The overall heat index, the overall lighting index isn't going to change simply because more people absorb it. It's still going to produce the same amount of information. Where if I go into a room and the more bodies I put in there, the room will become darker because more space is being consumed. So the way you got to look at it is the way RAM works is each individual program will take a little bit of it, and then like internet and broadband, will cut it in half and exponentially decrease it. Where the way M1 works is M1 uses the information similar to Sun, where it's not going to be draining the source of information, and independently will use that based upon your keystrokes and based upon the processes that you're doing. And the only limitations you truly have is processing power of how many things you can simultaneously do. For example, having 20 windows open, processing a video, doing a live stream, all of those things consume processing power, which would limit the computer. But this can run a feed to 4 different channels, intake the video, intake the minor things I'm doing, and the processing power is strong enough because it's not limited by the amount of RAM that the computer has. That's the best way I can describe it. I don't know if that did it. A lot of you people are like, what the hell is going on? Is this a tech channel? And I don't even know if I effectively put it out there, but there it is. What's your thoughts on Hunter pleading not guilty this morning? I'm not surprised. If he has a lawyer worth his salt, there's no doubt in my mind that that lawyer would say, you plead not guilty. If there's not a plea deal involved, there's no reason for him to plead guilty. If they're not going to plead down the charges, there's no point. So he's getting advice to obviously plead not guilty, and take this to trial because they believe that the maximum sentence that he could face uh, isn't as good as any deal that they offered, in the sense that I think they're willing to risk going to trial based upon the outcome that they consider to be more positive than any deal that the DA was offering. And I don't think there was a deal. I don't think not the DA, but special counsel offered. I don't think there. Well, actually, no. It's DA, and then the special counsel would present the deal. That any of that is going to be okay with Hunter Biden and his attorneys when they can tie this up indefinitely in court, and appeal the decision and everything else. So it doesn't surprise me. What does surprise me is this judge who is proceeding over this civil case for Donald Trump, and I had a video of this guy, and it's really interesting. The guy's a complete clown, and I'm gonna get this for you, and then I've got a picture of him, and let me just open up. Let me see if I can do this. So if I go ahead and screen share, and let's see, Safari. This is so cool. I'm learning with you. Let's see if I can get this going. Okay, everyone should be able to see it there. Then I can minimize. Okay. And there that is. And you guys should be able to see this. Tell me if you can't see it. Everybody can see that? I can't see your chat. Shite. Let me just make sure I got audio coming in. I'll get this all worked out. That's why we're testing, folks. That's why we're testing. All right, let me see if this is working. You guys tell me if you can hear audio on this. Can everybody hear what he's saying? No sound. Okay, that's what I was thinking. All right, hold on. Once again, that's why we're testing this out, y'all. Let's see. Ecamm Live, audio. It's these little things that you've got to figure out. I want to broadcast. I don't want to do phone. I should be able to do computer. Movie. It should have worked. All right, let's try that again. What if I just do... What if I just do it from here? Everyone hang tight. Okay, so that's not broadcasting. All right, so we can get back on it. Let me see if I can figure this out quickly. Preferences, audio. Enable echo cancellation, broadcast system audio all the time. Oof, this might be ugly. This might be ugly. Let's see if I can get this going. You guys tell me if you have feedback here.
Okay, I'm following law. I'm an impartial referee, but it's hard to factor out my own emotions. And I have tools. Somebody can say, "Well, Your Honor, you have to throw out this case because it's just
Okay,
like
so
another
you guys
case."
should not be getting any
Well,
feedback. Can
is
everyone
it
hear that?
just like another case? What if the defendant was wearing a
It's
red
going to be a
sweater
little.
instead of
It's
a
going to
blue
be a little
sweater?
hodgepodge
And
for a
by the way,
bit until I get it all
I
worked
worked
out.
for
But
the Columbia Daily
let's
Spectator
go ahead
for
and
a
give you
couple of
guys
weeks.
the audio on this
What
guy.
happened was I
If you
went
haven't
there
heard
every
this,
day.
this is what was
Now,
done, I believe, in 2014. Let's go ahead and listen to it.
now, I'm going to say something controversial, even though I'm being taped. Juries get it wrong a lot. That's my own opinion. I do only civil trials.
So you got a guy who, there's a couple things for this court case that you got to know that's interesting. First off, now this thing is really bright. So I can take off the studio light now. Take off the center stage. Yeah. And portrait. Okay, so now I think what I'm going to do is try to move over without breaking the rig. Get out of the sun. All right, that's a little better. Turn that. Sun's going to catch up to me in just a second. So we'll talk about the times we're going to do this here in a sec here. Portrait, studio light. Yeah, that's fine. It's going to catch me in a second. It's going to get bright. All right, so real quick, we're not going to do a full show on this guy. I think what I'll do is I'll go back into the office and come back on, or just come on tonight and do this, or do a quick show. So here's what I really wanted to talk about. Good morning, Elaine. So the morning show. It seems that we're getting a ton of people on in the morning. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a morning show, and it won't conflict with the recorded show, because I do the recorded show in the morning, afternoon, and then I go live obviously with Olivia. But I think it would be cool to do this every morning. What time works for everybody? So what I've realized is 10 o'clock, you start getting a lot of the big wigs coming on, a lot of the bigger shows. And then obviously, if I'm going to do this outside each time, it's going to get cold in Virginia quick, which I'm fine. I don't mind coming out here in the cold. Um, so the time of morning is going to be important because of the lighting. The thing about Virginia is the sun is extremely strong this time of year in the morning. In fact, in the summer you can come out and it's not as strong as it is right now. The humidity is picking up a little bit because you got that cold ambient temperature in the morning, and then all the dew comes off, and it's just you will burn out here from like the hours of 10 o'clock till 12. So I got to get out a little bit early, and you might say, well, why don't you do it somewhere else? Well, I could do it in the front of my house. I could do it in my basement. I could do it from the main floor. There's a lot of places I can do the show, but sun is important, and lighting. So I'd like to try to do it between what I'm thinking is like 8:30 and maybe 9 o'clock. So, and then what I'll do is I'll start it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. 10 is when my other morning show ends, so this is perfect. Okay. Well, Ben, what other show is it? That's the question. And are you getting as much value from that show as this show? And I'll be transparent with you. If you can't make the mornings, make the night. You can't make the night, make the recorded show. So I think what we'll do is we'll do 8:30 2 days a week and kind of start it out. Um, and it'll be fairly sporadic, but I think 8:30 is a good time. Let me play with that idea a little bit. Let me think about it. How's the sound? If I need to get one of my onboard mics out here, I will. That's an easy fix. I just got to run the process. The more equipment I got to bring out, that's bad. So I almost would rather get a headset with a real high end mic at the end. If these earbuds are not working, let me know. So Jared, I don't know what that question means. So probably not something you should say to somebody who has a lot of Jewish family members. Just saying. I don't know. I'm not really sensitive to it. I just don't. I don't quite get it. Does this look like a re-education camp? Maybe you just haven't seen something worth so much money. Um, I'm in rehab. That's what it is. So sounds good. Sounds good. Sound is good. Sound is good. Maybe a headset, no mic. Well, why would I have a headset with no mic? You mean like a headset with a mic? I don't want to look like a sportscaster. I mean, these things are great. They allow me to hear what you're hearing, um, but also have fairly decent clarity. But you guys know how I am with sound. It's important to me. I want to sound good. 8:30 for me sounds great. Alexander says, if strawberries with gold flakes on top are re-education, then I'm at the right place. Oh, you were talking to Alex. Oh, okay. Jared, I don't know who you're talking to because I can't see replies. You should know this. 3.5 years. 3 years. I can't see your replies. So all I see is your comments. So I don't know if you're talking to me or I don't know how you're seeing Alex right now. Morning from St. Louis. Judge Napolitano was a guest this morning. He's on from 6:10. Sound is great. Jamie Allman. What do you think of Judge Napolitano? I know he's not a Trump fan, and a lot of people loved him before that, but now they kind of don't like him because he's not a Trump fan. We talked about that yesterday, right? Which is you don't have to hate somebody just because you don't like them. Jared's laughing. Well, Jared, I don't know who you're talking to. You will want to improve the sound, but it's not bad to me. Ooh, want to improve the sound. Kristen, what is it? Is it echoey? Is it tinny? What's going on? Appreciate everybody's feedback. No worries. I know how it goes. Okay, Jared, cool. Because I'm like, dude, you've been watching since God was a corporal. I can't imagine you're trying to throw barbs at me, dude. I can't escape this sun. This sun is just it's just the way it is. It is so damn powerful. You know, I could put up a green screen behind the camera. I got to figure out audio. That's the one that's going to be hard. Actually, I thought it was going to be. It's a smidge muffled. How about now? Is that any better? Because these damn fly traps here are too bad. Yeah, no, it's tinny because I mean, I use a studio mic that's worth, $1,500 versus these, which are, a couple $100, and they do a good job, but it's not great. Judge Napolitano is a straight shooter. Don't always agree with him, but he's a smart man. Yeah, I agree. I like him. I think his TDS is a little much sometimes, but I think a lot of people's TDS is too much. All right, so here's what I'm thinking for sound. Um, I'll have to fabricate something that is no, 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 no. I won't. No, I'll just need to build a table or get Jason from Percival Flags to build me something because what I need is a table that has a mic arm on it, but also has a lift in it for the computer, and then a place to do the. Okay, I'll just have to build something. Yeah, Stacy, I know it sounds good, but I'm going to listen back to it. No, 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 Mike. I don't think anyone's complaining. I asked for feedback here. I asked people to be honest, and people who've listened to my home show in the studio, it's much different, and it's going to be. And I don't mind if the sound isn't perfect. That doesn't bother me. Um, but I do want it to sound good, and I don't have another input for audio. Hmm. You live in a beautiful place. I love the cedars that line the edge of your property. Yeah, those are the Blue Ridge Mountains behind me. So yeah, that's here, let me get it off this. Let me get it off this shite. Let's do get it off portrait. So yeah, those are the Blue Ridge Mountains. So you've got this whole line. And the interesting thing about this is literally right across where you see those rooftops for those other houses in our properties is Civil War battles were fought all along here. I'm not kidding, like in the backyard, like right here. And you can see old retaining walls that were built that were used for fortifications, stone, and you can see cross fencing. And in the sense that the cross fencing is you can build fence without any nails or any twine. You can just use the overall tensillary properties of the build to lay fence posts in cross X pattern. They're horribly they look horrible, but they're using their own um, resistance of each other to lay them in a certain way where the fencing can be laid quickly without using a bunch of secondary tools to build them. And they're all throughout Virginia. And you'll see them, you're like, God, what an a monstrosity of a build as far as a fence, because they come out and they protrude and all, but they're consistent. And it looks like World War II anti-tank devices that they had on Normandy. If you want to be honest, these fences, maybe somebody can tell me the name of it. I'll look up because the name escapes me. But you'll see those all throughout Virginia. Um, no, we have no wildfire here. No, no, not at all. I've been here 3 years, no fire. In fact, I don't think there's ever been a fire. It's very wet here. We get a ton of rain during the summer. It's very humid, and the lightning storms that we do have always there never any dry lightning storms, and the vegetation's always green. I mean, you can see how green it is. My God, we just got through one of the hottest summers in record. Look at this. It's greener than green. It's like Ireland out here. Seriously. I mean, that gives you a 360 view. Well, 180 view. So no, we don't get a lot of fire out here. Oh, wildlife? Shit. See, I can't see. Guys, this thing's like reading. I'm 50. I thought you said wildfire. Shit. By the way, we get a lot of wildlife setting wildfires out here. Sorry, wildlife. Yeah, we get a ton. So, um, let's see. We've got a family of skunks. They set fires all the time. You can hear the crows. We've got peregrine falcons. I think that's what they're called. Red-tailed falcons here. Bald eagles. You get the occasional bald eagle flying around here. We have it is a hi Tammy. Good to see you, ma'am. Are you bringing me pancakes this morning, Tammy? 3 blueberries, 2 blueberry is fine. We'll call that light butter, please. I've got syrup. You don't have to bring that. Just let me know whenever you can. Um, Tammy, pancakes? No? Okay. It's a wildlife preserve, this whole area out here. So we've got cardinals, orioles, all sorts of finches and other birds. We have a family of deer that are just a shit ton of deer. Um, got a whole bunch of deer, and they come right through here behind me, and they eat every morning. Every morning I come out here, they're in the reservoir, which we have a runoff. We have a stream that goes through our property if it rains, and all the properties it converges here. And we have a nice little waterfall. So all the water and irrigation goes back into this reserve here. You can see it on my property. So that fills up with water. So we also ice skate with our sneakers because it's not thick enough. But um, you get a nice little 6, 7 inch layer of ice, and we played hockey on it last year. Had a full thing of ice. It was great. We're out there playing hockey, slapping the puck, and all the deer go in there and they eat and do their thing. So it's kind of cool. Um, it's a good property. It's great people. The houses are really nice, and it's out of the city. Um, we have vultures here, right? Yeah, vultures. I mean, like if a deer gets hit, first time it happened, right in front of our property, a deer got smacked, and we're calling roadside service, and we're like, we got to get somebody out here. Can we get animal control? And they're like, sure, we'll get somebody right on it. You might see 6 or 7 of our coworkers dressed in black with long beaks. They will be there in the next 72 hours to clear the carcass. And I'm like, what are you talking? Whatever. So then I went on Facebook. I'm like, listen, I called animal control. Somebody was a real smart ass. I think they were talking that some sort of birds are going to, and they're like, dude, this is Virginia. Just wait. There'll be vultures there in the next 12 hours, and they'll pick that thing clean and they'll drag every bone off. And lo and behold, man, we got back from the grocery store and there was like 10 vultures. And they must have just destroyed that thing within an hour. It was gone. So, and now when people go on Facebook and you get the new person, you always know who the new people are because they'll come on. A deer got hit. A deer got hit. I'm like, dude, seriously, just hang on. In about 72 hours, there'll be 6 guys with all dressed in black with big beaks, and they'll take care of it. Dude, what the hell are you talking about? So, um, what else? We have bear. There's 2 bear that I understand. Amy thinks there's UFOs out here, so she says that constantly. Oh, my camera's going to get super hot. Hold on. That's going to slow it down. Yeah, there we go. We can get a side profile. Sorry. One thing about the iPhone is direct sunlight goes right into the phone and will slow it down like crazy, heat it up. And once that thing gets to about 130 internal, it starts slowing itself down. So that's something we're going to have to consider also with the sun. Anyway, it's a great property. We love it here. We don't want to leave. We had a chance to leave a couple of weeks ago and thought about doing it and thought about putting it on the market and just decided no. I think this is where we're going to retire. We have to justify we'll be paying for this house well into 65, but we love it here and we're not going to find anything nicer. So might as well go ahead and stay here. All right. So listen, here's the deal. This was a test, only a test. We were just setting this up to see how it worked, to make sure that everything was working 5x5. It'll upgrade over time, and I've got to build something that will be somewhat portable and easy to move. And I'll kind of come up with that and build something, or have somebody build something for me to do this. But yeah, we'll do morning calls and we'll do it out here. Who are we supposed to hate today? Well, here's the great thing. If you don't know who you're supposed to hate, the answer always by default is Donald Trump. Always Donald Trump. So if you didn't know, you can hate him. I have not really looked at the news. I've been setting this thing up all morning. So here's what we'll do. I'll let you guys know. I'll give you a heads up. I'll have a schedule. We'll probably start at Thursday, and we'll add the morning shows. And I'm going to try to make it simplistic. And it doesn't always have to be outside. It can be at the kitchen table. We'll figure it out. Anyway, everybody, appreciate you. I need a big umbrella. I've got one, but that's not easy to set up. McCarthy is speaking now. Is he? Hold on. What's McCarthy saying? What is McCarthy saying? I'm looking. I don't know. I'll find out. We'll figure it out. All right, everybody. I'm going to go. I will see you. No show tonight. We're not going to go live. And no. We didn't say you should hate Trump. What I'm saying is, if there isn't anyone you're told to hate today, the default from Democrats is always to hate Trump. Yeah, who are we supposed to hate today? I think I'm going to get a shirt that make that shirt. Yeah, yeah. All right. Listen, we'll see you guys later. This is a good, successful test. I appreciate you being patient. Do me a favor, go watch yesterday's live show if you haven't seen it. It's actually pretty good last night. Livy and I did a little spot on the fire alarm criminal, Jamal Bowman. And then, like I said, we'll see about getting this thing all set up and get it rocking and rolling, and we'll go from there. Appreciate you, everybody. Thanks for watching. Go stop by The Dumb Show, thedumbshow.com. Pick up a shirt, pick up a hat, pick up coffee. Coffee here. Oh, coffee people. Sorry. Forgot. Anybody, and this thing's lagging. Anybody who is a coffee subscriber, and we've got quite a few, my coffee guy is out of town for 2 weeks. So he's on vacation. So if you have coffee ordered, you can either wait to order in the next week or two. By the 15th, you can order after that. Or if you just ordered, which I know quite a few people yesterday ordered coffee, it's going to take a couple weeks to get to you. And I'm sorry about that. It doesn't happen very often. He takes 2 vacations a year, but he is going to be out. So if you order coffee, expect it after the 15th. If you haven't ordered, you can either wait or just order it and it'll be there. Nice, Amy. Glad you ordered a hoodie. Olivia will be, she's working right now. She'll be home later, and we'll see. All right, everybody. God bless. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys soon. We'll get this thing fixed and working. See ya.